Hello guys, welcome back to AWMFX. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, no matter where you are. Hopefully you guys out there are doing great, earning a lot of money from the market, and of course taking great care of your health. So today I would like to make a video to show you guys the important about multi-time frame analysis and of course multi-time frame trading. Right? So maybe most of you guys heard about supply and demand first time, or I've been trading supply and demand for years but failed to get good result. It's because you guys unable to control the multi-time frame. All right, why? Let me show you a good example. GBP NZD right here. All right, so first of all, we look at the trend. All right, we are looking at this H4. So basically, the price has been going up, right, as an uptrend, and then now what happened is that it has failed to close above this highest point. Right, this is the highest point, and the price went through it, but it failed to close above it. It means that there is some rejection right above that. Now, price has been going down quite steadily, okay? And what happens is that it has closed below and there is some downtrend right here, right? So particularly what happens again, the price may have reversed into an uptrend. But what happened is that we can expect some pullbacks, okay? So these pullbacks may look small to you, but in actual, the pullback can extend from right here to right here is around 100 over pips. You can get a lot of opportunity for those who are trading intraday and scalping. All right, so I'm going to show you a way of trading doing daily analysis, or of course, multi-time frame. Okay, so we have the trend, we know what is the overall story. Now, how do we get into a trade? Very simple, we look for setup. Okay, right here, what we can get is that we have a lot of support. Okay, multiple support area. Not once, but quite a lot. We have at least 3 support area right here. Support, 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 support. Right, remember, a lot of people may misunderstand about support or resistance. It's not a laser line, okay? Just to be clear with you guys, it's not a laser line. Support and resistance is an area, okay? So what happens is that a lot of people, they will only look at one time frame and saw this supply zone right here. This is a supply zone. This is a valid supply zone. But that is a big mistake. You can see that the price did not go into this area and then went away. Now, in my mentorship, I always teach people that not only look at this zone, all right, you need to investigate how the candlestick looks like. All right, I'm not going to teach you what's the candlestick patterns, what is a marubozu, all those things, but we need to look at how the candlestick break. Right, when you see that the price actually came down, it has a break right there. And this break is what we call it as a no shadow doji king. All right, no shadow doji king. So there is something that's suspicious that you need to go deep into and investigate. That's why this zone itself is not really that reliable. You need to go to a little bit lower time frame and look into it. So right here, what you can actually expect again is that the price before it went down, all right, before it went down, it happens to create another support area right here, right? Previously was looking at this support, but now it has created another support. And what happened is that as the price came down, right? This is the supply zone, not the other on top. This is the real supply zone that pushed the price downwards, right? So meaning that this is the real zone, right? This is the real zone that you should be looking out for short trades, okay? Particularly for short trades. And what happens is that, of course, sometimes the stop loss is quite huge, right? 20 over pips, and you're unable to get a good risk reward ratio. That's why I've explained earlier in the H4, this might be just a small pullbacks, okay, and then continue going up again. Right, what happened right here is that we went to H1, we saw this thing, and are we able to minimize it? Yes, actually, matter in fact, you can minimize it. We have a system. Of course, I have a system on how, what time frame you should look into. All right, example, I'm going to give an example like H4, then I'll go to M30. Right, if I'm looking at H1, I'll go into M15. Right, when I go to M15, there is something very, very clear right there. Okay, there is a very small QML. Can you guys see a QML? Very, very small QML. And then the price actually went down but did not break. It went up again, then only start to goes down. Right, so meaning that the actual zone, all right, that push everything's downwards or the momentum downwards is this patterns right here. Let me get this out for a moment. You can see there's an engulfing pattern. So this is the one that really push everything goes down. right? This is the one that push everything goes down. But now, sometimes when the price is very, very near to the head, all right, just for your advice, very near to the head, we will advise you to extend your stop loss or your zone a little bit bigger, right? Reason is very simple. Uh, we need the protection from the structure itself. So just now our zone was 22 pips, right? Now we have actually reduced, not a lot, but it's quite meaningful to us. 18 pips, right? Now, we need to investigate further, all right? This is the next step. Now, when we go and look into it again, what happens is that we found out that there is this pattern right here. This is a fully engulfed bearish pattern. All right, fully bearish engulfed pattern. You can see that the candlestick right here, 1, 2, 3, was engulfed by this red candlestick, right? By the shadow and the body itself, right? So it means that inside this area, I can guarantee you, you may find another, I would say 90% you'll find another QML that will be your even better precise entry, right? Let's go into the deep into it and take a look. Okay, again, yes. Can you guys realize that there is this small structure right here? Price went up, okay? There is some keep coming back down and then went up and then start to drop. Meaning that we can even minimize the whole zone into this area, right? This will be our zone and then same thing, we need the protection from the structure. So now our zone has been reduced from what? 22 pips to 13 pips. Right, don't look down on maybe 14 pips. Don't look down on this 8 pips because this 8 pips will determine a risk reward ratio, your risk reward ratio, right? The one or two pips more or it's not really that significant, but if we're talking about 8 pips, 9 pips, 10 pips more, then your risk reward ratio will be very, very much affected. Now let's look at the H4 again. We look at back at the price, how the price movement is. Right, this is what we call it as a precise entry. And let's investigate again at this area. You will not notice this kind of movement in the H4, right? We are using actually H4 support and resistance, but we are entering at M5. So it doesn't look a lot to you guys, but matter in fact, this is what is the result. Now, a lot of people, they will only trade based on pips, which is for me is not really that reliable. Okay, really not really reliable because let's assume that you have a stop loss of 40 pips, 50 pips, but your movement or your pips that you capture is only 80 pips or 100 pips. Your risk reward ratio is only 1 to 2. You may only manage to get 20% or 30% from your account. But if you're able to get risk reward ratio such like this 1 to 5, all right, every single trades, or maybe I would say that 1 week you may get 6 or 7 kind of trades such way. I can guarantee you your account will definitely grow a lot, right? So you can see very, very significantly. If I'm let me go back to the H1 just a moment just to show you guys. If my stop loss was this one called what, the 22 pips. Okay, the risk reward ratio is 2.8. Now I've reduced to 14 pips. My risk reward ratio is 5 point something. All right, so this is very, very important. You must keep this inside your mind. Okay, so how to enter a trade is how you exit the trade. So you need to remember all these things. Similarly, at the bottom right here, you can see there is a resistance and there is a rally base rally, and very, very obvious. What happens is that you must take this whole zone, this whole area as your zone. And you can see very well that the price actually came into it, tap onto it, and then now starting to move away, right? I don't like to wait too long for a movement to happen, or should I say, I don't like to wait for my TP to take too long for it to reach it. All right, so it's very good that sometimes we must change between intraday, a little bit of scalping, and then some of you like swing trading. You may go into swing trading, but for me, I will just change. I like to change between scalping and intraday, scalping intraday, depending on how the movement is, depending on whether the market allows me for intraday trading or not. You have to understand. This is another lesson to you guys. Don't force your way into a trading, right? If the market does not give you the liquidity or the movement for the intraday, please don't force your way, right? Just go for some scalping. Sometimes scalping may be uh, even better than intraday, right? Believe me. All right, so that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. And by the way, I have opened the registration for the 8 batch. So for those who are interested in registration for the 8 batch, do contact my assistants. Right, so that's all for now. If you like the video, please do give me a thumbs up and do subscribe to the channel. All right, so see you guys then. Bye.